We begin this evening with Portland's homeless crisis and the continued effort to find sites for massive city-sanctioned tent villages. The mayor's office confirmed this afternoon they're looking at numerous locations around the city and working with neighbors. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm David Molko. Our Brian Clerkley went to one of the potential sites today in Northeast Portland's Montavilla neighborhood, and it turns out it's across the street from a school.
That empty lot is at Northeast Gleason near 90th, a few blocks west of I-205. The mayor's office told me it's just one of several they're exploring for these new large-scale homeless camps. They stress this particular site is not a high priority for them, but it shows the challenges the city faces as it tries to find sites that will work.
A broken window, a gate with a no trespassing sign, and pieces of caution tape around a pole. That's what the building owned by Volunteers of America looks like right now, vacant. The organization says on its website it was approached by the city of Portland for short-term use of this former church and empty lot, writing they are, quote, currently in deliberations with the city about this opportunity to assist them with the homeless crisis here in Portland. It's among several sites the city says it's considering for Mayor Ted Wheeler's plan to convert vacant or underutilized properties into massive tent camping sites for the homeless with wraparound services. Sylvia Allred lives right near the building.
Well, I know we sure have a need for good, safe housing for a lot of people, so I think it's worth looking into.
Volunteers of America Oregon says it's committed to developing this site as a headquarters and treatment center in the future. Those plans are ongoing, and the short-term lease of the site by the city does not alter the organization's commitment to that effort. A spokesman for Mayor Ted Wheeler said this location is not a priority site for a new camp, although the location does show the challenges they'll face finding sites. The city has said they will try to keep these designated camping sites away from schools, residential areas, and business districts, even putting that in a presentation they give to neighborhood groups. That could be one strike against the Gleason site, which is near Columbia Christian School. There are 300 kids that go here from pre-K to 12th grade. President Amy Venzel reached out to KGW about the potential camp.
The overarching concern would be the safety and welfare of children, and that is our utmost concern.
Venzel says so far the city has not contacted the school about the plan or to give any more information on how it would work. She says the school has a heart for the homeless crisis, and they too want reasonable solutions.
People who have health concerns, who have drug addictions, sexual offenders, right? We don't know the history of these people, and there's no protection of the school from that.
The city says these sites will have a lot of security, and then the city will give $250,000 to each neighborhood and business district to pay for their own private security and prohibit camping within 1,000 feet of the site. Brian Clerkley, KGW News.
And now for an update to a story we've been covering a lot lately, body-worn cameras for law enforcement. Today, the Multnomah County Sheriff said she plans to launch a pilot program by the end of the year. Let's bring in Mike Benner now. Mike, a pilot program's one thing. When might all Multnomah County deputies be wearing these cameras?
Yeah, perhaps as soon as late next year, assuming the pilot program goes well. Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell is not mincing words. She's a huge proponent of body-worn cameras, saying they're needed for accountability and transparency.
As sheriff, I am invested in bringing body-worn cameras to MCSO.
Multnomah County Sheriff Nicole Morrissey O'Donnell spent Tuesday morning sitting in front of the Board of County Commissioners, explaining to them why she and her leadership team plan to launch a body camera pilot program later this year.
Body-worn cameras can improve multiple areas, including strengthening police accountability by documenting incidents and contacts between deputies and our community, and creating a visual and audio record, resolving deputy-involved incidents and potential complaints.
The sheriff says body cams can also improve agency transparency and evidence documentation, among other things. But not everybody is sold, at least yet. Commissioner Sushila Jaipal is skeptical about the cameras.
We have seen very clearly that the wearing of body cameras has not stopped some truly I don't even have a word to describe it, but you know what I'm talking. Like, it hasn't changed behavior.
Other concerns center around the viewing of recorded video. Sheriff Morrissey O'Donnell says while the policy could very well change, as of right now, she intends to allow her deputies to review the video before writing reports or giving statements on all incidents, and that includes critical incidents like police shootings.
The accuracy of reports, the member statements, along with other documentation is essential in any incident to receive and maintain the most accurate account of the events and to provide statements that are as complete as possible.
The ACLU argues that allowing officers to view body cam video is poor investigative practice, undermines the legitimacy of investigations, and might even enable lying. This partly explains why the City of Portland and the police union have declared an impasse when it comes to body-worn cameras for the Portland Police Bureau. The city will allow the viewing of video with conditions, but the union is calling for officers to view video after all incidents, much like the plan in Multnomah County.
I don't want to comment today on the process that Portland is going through with the city and their arbitration.
What Sheriff Morrissey O'Donnell will say is that she's eager to bring body cams to her department, and she says she's not alone.
Our deputies have expressed that they want to move forward with this technology and enhance transparency and accountability.
Again, the sheriff hopes to launch the pilot program later this year. The review of the pilot program would come in the spring of 2024, and all deputies could be wearing these body cams late next year. One more thing worth mentioning, just yesterday, the Vancouver Police Department rolled out its body camera program, and Salem PD did the same last week. David?
Mike Benner in the newsroom. Thank you, Mike. In Washington, 3 climbers are believed to have died in an avalanche. 6 people were climbing Kolchak Peak near Leavenworth on Sunday afternoon when one of them triggered the slide. Survivors told the sheriff's office 4 people fell. 3 of those were buried in the snow. The 4th person was injured and evacuated by rescue teams. Now, the climbers have not been publicly identified, though they are reportedly 3 travelers from the East Coast in their 50s and 60s. The avalanche danger in that part of the Cascades on Sunday was listed as moderate to high as a winter storm rolled in. Recovery efforts there are ongoing.
And as for winter storms, this is how things looked at Mount Hood Meadows today. Crews spent the morning de-icing lifts and battling wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. The resort says it got more than 8 inches of new snow overnight. Meadows was able to open some lifts today. It had to shut down operations yesterday because of the wind. And over in the Portland area, we saw a bit of rain-snow mix this afternoon. One of our photographers shot this video in the West Hills about noon today by Burnside and Skyline. We only saw snowflakes for a few minutes before things changed back to rain. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino now with a forecast update. And Matt, it sounds like plenty more winter weather on the way for the region this week.
Yeah, we're just getting started. We weren't really expecting much snow today, so that kind of worked out the way we thought. And we're getting some sun breaks at the moment out at the Reserve Golf Course. It's still 40 degrees, obviously too warm for snow, but a whole lot colder than yesterday by about 10-12 degrees. So looking at Doppler radar, showers just pouring onshore from the north-northwest. The air mass is getting colder and colder as time goes by. The snow level is down around 2,000 feet right now. Well, the freezing level, snow below that by about 1,000 feet, and it'll continue to drop. So, yes, a mix of rain and snow showers right now, but by tomorrow it's largely going to be snow showers as temperatures will struggle to get up to about 40 degrees. And interestingly enough, there's a winter weather advisory for the Willamette Valley south of Portland. It doesn't include Vancouver or Portland, but it does include Salem and then south towards Eugene. So we expect the snow bands to kind of set up that way. That said, everybody's going to at least see some snowflakes, and some of our guidance is suggesting about a ½ inch snow by tomorrow night and then maybe another inch late tomorrow night and into Thursday. Thursday, it's going to get very cold and it's going to get very windy beginning tomorrow too. So snow showers late Wednesday through early Thursday. Best chance for sticking snow will be the mid and south valley and of course the mountains, and then very cold Thursday and Friday. Low temperatures headed for the teens, strong east wind. So yeah, this party's just getting started, guys.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Matt. Stay with us this week for continuing coverage of this latest blast of winter from the mountains to the valley and beyond. Look for those latest forecasts and snow totals, of course, on air on KGW.com and streaming on KGW+. A new report is out tonight showing what many have noticed in downtown Portland: more businesses leaving and fewer people coming in. The report from Portland Business Alliance and Downtown Portland Clean and Safe shows that the Rose City's job growth has taken a hit from pre-pandemic levels, and foot traffic downtown is down 50% from 2019. Now, Now, this report also indicates that job growth has switched to Clark, Washington, and Clackamas counties. Though, despite these gloomy numbers, we found one business that is optimistic. Steve Lynn, who owns Under You for Men, says he's doing better than a couple years back.
We have an amazing body care department. So when others couldn't sell, we were selling products for guys, whether it's shaving products or products that they're going to use for their hair.
The report also found that many people are working from home or still doing a hybrid, which in turn has caused the number of people using public transit to fall.